What is up, disc golf family? It's time for another round of 18 holes of disc golf out here at James A. Dillon Park. Let's go over to number one and see if we can break par today. It's a bit of a gloomy, chilly, wet morning, but honestly, I'll take it. It's like 63 out right now, which by the time I get walking and going up and down some hills, feels pretty good. So hole number one, I got 280-foot par 3 right across the water here. I'm gonna go Discraft Buzz off this pad. All right, there's a great start. Hole number two, 377 straight down this fairway here. I'm gonna go with this Discraft Scorch off the tee pad. Honestly, most of the tee pads today are gonna be either that Buzz or this Scorch. That might very well be the best drive I've had from the long pads here before. Okay, hole number three, first pretty decent challenge today. I got 345. The basket is down, like it takes an S shape into this opening, and then it's like at the back of that opening. So it's a pretty good shot to get it out there. So I'm gonna go with that Scorch again because I felt good about the shape that I threw it the last on hole number two, but I really gotta keep it down. This one's been popping up out of my hand lately, so my shape was good, but it was just up way too high. I gotta keep it down this time. That's gonna be a pretty difficult save from there. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know. That was weird, but honestly, it didn't go up that high. I was hoping to keep it under that big overhanging branch, but then just never turned over for me. So, and because that's an 11-speed disc, that carried a lot further. Where if it stopped short, I still have an upshot, but it did not stop short. So now that's gonna be a real tricky shot to get it up there to try to save par. Basket is just over here. I actually do have a little gap right here, but there's a lot of branches on the other side of this gap, so it's gonna be a tricky shot, but I'm gonna throw this pig and try to get it through there. Dude, that may be my best executed upshot of all time. All right, hole number four, 261. Basket's right in line with that group of trees down there. Again, still working away at this forehand. I've been kind of getting over top of it a lot lately. So I'm gonna throw a super understable disc and try to get it flat coming out. And I'm not gonna do a walkthrough today. I'm gonna go up there and stand and see if that changes anything. That'll work. That'll be a step putt. We'll save a par here though. I said this was a step putt, but it's far enough. I'd rather just toss a berg up there. Dude, I'm telling you all right now, your confidence the second you get a berg in your bag for your upshot game is gonna improve by 1,000. All right, here we go, hole number five. This one's a beast. UDisc put the distance back at 504 feet. It used to say that, then it changed it to 434. And then when I looked just now, it changed it back to 504. So I don't know. Either way, I don't have the distance to get it there. So it's somewhere between 440 and 500. So I'm gonna go with that Scorch and just try to get it in a clean, open spot so that I can have a good upshot to save a par. The thing about that shot is it was so bad that it's actually out in the fairway over at hole number 2, or yeah, hole number 3. So I might actually have a clean look here. Kind of disappointed in myself after that drive I had back on 2 with that scorch. Felt really great. Then the last 2 times I've thrown it felt like crap. Came out early both times, came up out of the hand both times. So kind of disappointing, but I have a few more holes that I need to throw that on this round. So I'm gonna try and get it recalibrated. Okay, really tough shot upcoming. I have probably like 150 feet left and it's directly in line with these trees. I don't have an angle to get around that way, so I gotta go backhand turnover. So I'm gonna go with this understable Jawbreaker Roach. Okay, well, gotta scramble to save bogey now. Okay, I have no idea how, but you see that little spot right up there? That's my disc. So I didn't think it would make it through those trees, but I promise I'm not lying. So a shot to save par, but I have these trees to deal with right there. See, that's how you know I'm not lying that it got through, because if I wanted to lie, I would have given myself a much better chance than that stupid shot right there. Okay, hole number 6, 280 feet right behind this tree. Back to the buzz here off the pad. Wow, that did not fade at all. I really like that throw, but I honestly got that a little too flat. All right, hole 7, got about 340-ish feet here. Basket's tucked back in the woods. I have this branch that really sucks to deal with, so I've been going like the high hyzer route lately, but I'm getting caught in the trees on the other side. So I'm gonna do another, like just go hyzer around it, but I'm gonna try to keep it still somewhat low so that way I give myself at least a look at birdie. It got through, but that was way too much of a hyzer angle and came out a little early. So I think I'm about 30 to 40 short. Oh. Go in your home, disc. Hole number 8, got a nice left to right with the basket out in the clearing behind this little path. I'm gonna go this understable Discraft Meteor and hope I can squeak it through. Oh. Okay, it got through these trees, but the ones at the end it didn't get through, so I'm gonna have to scramble for par. Okay, I don't really have an angle to video towards the basket, but I promise you, I'll be honest about where it landed. Hey, hole 9, and the rain has picked up quite a bit, so I'm gonna finish this hole out and maybe go sit in the car and see if it'll pass me. But I got 377 at the end of the pond here, so again I'm gonna go my usual because I don't trust myself to get it there. I'm gonna throw a hyzer onto the bank and then toss it up for a par. Okay, that made me a little nervous. It started to drift out into the water a little bit, but it'll be fine. Good up. Good little save down there. All right, I'm gonna chill in the car for a little bit till this clears up. I usually don't mind the rain, but I don't have a long sleeve today, so being like 62 degrees with rain coming down is a little bit chilly, and just kind of uncomfortable, to be honest. So I'm gonna chill out for like 10 minutes and hope this clears up.
All right, it's lightened up enough for us to give it a go. And we're just gonna finish up this back 9 because it's gonna be wet and gross and whatever. We'll just get through it. So hole number 10, God, what do I have? About 430 here, all the way across that little creek down there, the thick stuff. So I need to get this scorch right. So I want to throw a buzz and leave it short so I can just toss a berg up there, but I need to get this scorch right. So I'm gonna go scorch off the pad. Oh gosh, man.
I seriously just have no idea what's happening. Like, my first throw with that disc today was just beautiful, felt fantastic. Every single throw since then has just been awful. So I have no idea what I'm doing, and it's really frustrating. But this is probably going to be a push to get my berg all the way up there, but I still feel really comfortable with it. And I'll just probably do a full walkthrough, berg, toss it up, hopefully get close enough for a par.
Actually, now that I'm up here, I don't like the angle I'd have to throw that berg at with this tree straight ahead. So I'm going to go pig and just go hyzer around that tree. I went through the chains from my vision, but really good upshot. Okay, I got 470 feet downhill. I usually would go scorch here, but I'm just really not feeling confident with that today. So I'm gonna go buzz, because I can't get all the way there anyway. So I'm gonna hopefully get myself out here in this opening to have a nice berg toss up for par. Okay, we stayed dry. Not a great throw, but we stayed dry. Well, I might just go home.
I literally feel like I just lost my best friend. Like, that is literally the disc in my bag that I trust, that I feel like I can try more difficult tee shots than I want to, because I know that can usually bail me out. That might be the most depressing thing that's happened to me on a disc golf course in a long time. So I'm gonna go home and buy another one.
Okay, I'm entering the stretch of holes where birdies are available. It's gonna take quite a few and some good putting to get me to break par through this little stretch. But I got 280 here on hole number 12. Just past these trees, I'm gonna go buzz. Dude, what is wrong with me? What am I freaking doing? Like, my first however many holes, I can't tell you how great the disc felt coming out of my hand. And then these last 4 holes, it's just been a freaking nightmare. Okay, hole 13, 362. Basket is just down this way a little bit, so it's gonna be kind of a turnover here. I gotta go with this scorch again for distance purposes, just to try to get myself close. We'll see what happens. I'm done, dude. Okay, hole 14, 250. Don't have my berg anymore, so I'm gonna go wizard, try to shoot the gap. Okay, 15. We got 330 about directly in line with this tree, so I'm gonna go scorch down this gap and hope it fades back at the end for me. Oh. Okay, hole 16, got like 320-ish, I think. I'm gonna try something new here. I'm gonna try to go hyzer flip through this gap instead of going like big hyzer around. Just go for a hyzer flip and see what happens. I mean, it's not any worse than anything else would have been. All right, hole 17, 300 feet, pretty straight, little left to right. So I'm gonna go buzz and try to turn it over.
Dude, literally, like, it's so funny. It's like just whatever the opposite of what I'm trying to do is. Like, hey, I'm trying to turn it over, and then I'm gonna throw early release, nose angle up, hyzer. Like, it's just so stupid. And this is the part that I really frustrate myself because I don't practice enough. I play a decent bit, but I don't practice enough to get that muscle memory to be able to repeatedly do good mechanics, kind of like I had on those first couple of holes. And so then I get so frustrated because I get to the back nine, don't know how to fix whatever it is that I'm doing wrong, obviously. So I feel like there's gonna have to be, I say this like every other video, I'm gonna have to just practice more. Like, I'm gonna have to make videos where I'm just doing practice sessions, trying things out with my mechanics, because it gets really frustrating going from having what I felt like was a great round to start and then just everything else since then.
Okay, I'm gonna try that hyzer flip again with this Meteor. I used to have a Wraith that I would do this with, which obviously would get me way further down there because that's an 11 speed and this is only a 5. But my bag is pretty depleted right now, so I'm gonna go with this Meteor because I don't want to hyzer it out again and be stuck in the trees. Hopefully I can execute it. That'll do.
This is what happens when I get cocky with my upshots. I freaking lose my berg, and then every other upshot since then has been freaking terrible. Putting upshots have been okay, but if I have to throw an upshot, it's just been freaking hot dog water. So this has been a really frustrating back nine. Okay, well, the positives I can take away from this round is I felt like putting was decent today. Wasn't great, but felt like when I was within range, I at least gave it a nice little run. Felt comfortable saving par when I was, you know, in range. So not a great round off the pad though, other than like 2 or 3 holes. But if you're watching this far, I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, do all the things. See you next week.